Hey guys, this is Nicole, aka Nickynelz, coming at you with a video. So I'm actually doing a really cool tutorial. I'm trying to do a series of New Year's makeup looks, and this is one that I'm really feeling at the moment. It's a glowy look. If you don't want to wear a ton of makeup, but you do want to have like a popping eye or a popping lip, interested in this look, stay tuned, find out what products I use. So I already prepped and primed my face with my skincare products. So I'm not going to go through that at the moment, but if you want to watch the video with the products that I use based on my skincare regimen, just send a comment or put a comment in the comment box and I'll do a video addressing my skincare. But the first thing I'm going to use is a Becca Backlight Primer because I want to create a dewy, glowy look. So my next step is going to be the MAC Prep and Prime Color Corrector because I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation around my mouth area as well as a little spots here along my face, or I guess you can say like my hairline. So I'm just going to color correct in those areas. And I'm also want to cover up this little burn here. So I'm actually going to use a Real Techniques buffing brush to blend this out. Okay. So now that we have the color corrector down, I'm actually going to mix two foundations using the Marc Jacobs Jean Shell foundations. They didn't have my actual shade, so I decided to mix these two. They only had the shade medium cocoa and cocoa medium and cocoa deep. So I'm gonna mix the two together and then apply it all over my face. And I'm actually gonna apply it with the Real Techniques sponge. I'm just mixing it on the back of my hand. Add a little to my face to make sure it's the right shade blended. I'm just going to take the sponge and tap it in. I like to use the back of the sponge because I feel like it gives me more coverage when I use the back of the sponge versus the front of the sponge. So the next product I'm going to use is the Makeup Forever Contour Palette. Their Sculpting Palette, I'm sorry. And I'm actually just going to use this light color here as my concealer as well as my highlight. And I'm actually going to use my ring finger to apply this right underneath my eye. You can use a brush for this. I just prefer to use my finger because the product is so creamy that I don't want it to be absorbed in a brush or a sponge, but I am going to blend it out with the sponge. Next, I'm going to use this darker color here as my contour color. Using my ring finger again. I'm just going to, and if you're not familiar with like highlighting and contouring, I feel like the best way to figure out where to put your contour and your highlight color is just by pressing against your bone. So that way you're not placing your contour color too low and you're not dragging your highlight color down too far. But when I blend this out, I'm actually going to blend this up. If you notice, I blended my highlight color in a downward motion, and I'm using this sponge to blend my contour color in an upward motion. I'm actually not going to add any more product to the sponge or to my finger. I'm just going to use what's left on the sponge to blend in this contour color into my nose. Blend this contour color into my nose. Use a little bit of that to blend along my hairline. Kind of rotating back and forth between each side because I want the blend to be seamless. Use what's left on the sponge to accentuate the contour color, but I'm also going to add some of that contour color with my sponge to my jawline because I have a bit of a double chin. I have a double chin. Okay. Now that we have that all blended, I would like to use this highlight. This is also a shimmering illuminator. I would like to use that on the apples of my cheeks. So I'm just going to tap it here just to give me a glowy effect. Little again down the bridge of my nose. Okay, so to set everything, I'm going to use a brightening translucent powder. I'm going to use the Real Technique setting brush to set this under my eye. I'm only going to use this under my eye. And then for the rest of my face, I'm actually going to use the Makeup Forever High Definition Powder to set the rest of my face. Next, I'm going to use this e.l.f. blush in bronzing powder. I'm actually just going to use the bronzer that's in it to finish off my contour. I like to do my face first before I do my eyeshadow. I know some people tend to worry about like fallout, but I feel like if you're not doing anything super crazy like a smoky eye, then you can definitely get away with just doing your face first and then following up with your eyeshadow afterwards. And I basically use like the same bronzers and blushes every day, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is apply my blush. I'm actually using a blush from Sephora. I can't really see what the name is, but it is a peachy blush and it has like a nice gold tone to it. I'm going to apply it with this Real Techniques blush brush. And I'm just going to apply it on the apples of my cheeks, just to give my cheeks a little pop, because this is a glowy look and I really want to accentuate my skin. Finish off this blush look, I'm going to add this highlighter, the shimmering highlighter from the Carly Bible palette. Just above my cheekbones. What is this? What is this? Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is fill in my brows, and I will be using the Smashbox Brow Tech pencil. I really like this pencil because it leaves your brows looking really natural. Every now and then I can use a bold brow, but for this look I want to go for a more natural look. For this look I want to do a more natural brow. So I'm just going to start at the base of my brow and just sketch out the shape. Start my brows off this way because I want to make sure they're both even and symmetrical. And then I'm going to start at the top of my brow and do the same thing. So I'm just going to fill in my brow using this pencil. Again, I don't like a really bold brow, but for this look I want to keep it pretty soft. So I'm just going to fill in the tail of my brow using this pencil, and then I'm going to fill in the rest with the powder. And then fill it in with a brown powder. I'm actually just going to use a brown eyeshadow to fill it in. Don't want it to be too harsh, but I do want it to be complete and full. So, I'm going to use the MAC Pro Conceal Palette to clean up my brows. The shade of the concealer that I'm going to be using is NW43. And I'm just going to use this under my brow. So, just going to start here, start cleaning it up here. I'm going to finish off my brows using the Benefit Ready Set Brow. I'm just going to use this to brush up my brows. I just like the way that this looks. I feel like it shows the details of my brows when I use a brow gel. Anyway, we're going to prime our lids with the MAC Paint Pot and Quite Natural. I'm just going to put this all over my lid using my ring finger. The next thing I'm going to do is my eyes. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is my eyes. And I'm actually going to start by using this brown eyeshadow from MAC called Brown Script. And I'm actually just going to apply this with the MAC 227 brush, 224 brush, sorry. I'm just going to pop this in my crease. I'm actually using this as my transition color. I'm happy with that. Next, I'm going to be using my Carly Bagel palette, and I'm actually going to use this light color here as my brow color. Not brow, but you know, my highlight color just under my brow bone. Then I'm gonna go in with this plum color. I just can say I'm using the Carly Bagel palette. Oh. So I'm just popping that on the outer corner of my crease because I want to give my eye a little bit of definition. Okay. Next, I want to add this copper colored eyeshadow that's in this palette. And I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. Using the same brush. Just using the side of the brush instead of directly at the tip of the brush. I'm basically just patting the color all over my lid, and then once I got that color down, I'm just blending out the edge. Okay. So I'm using this plum color, the same plum color that I used in my crease underneath my eye. Just to make my eyes look a little bit smaller but not close. Give it a little bit of definition. Going back in the crease with that same color. Pulling it down. And that's it. I believe this is L'Oreal. L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes for mascara today. I like this mascara because I really like the brush. I like how the brush really separates my lashes. I don't really have a lot of lashes. I'm actually going to be popping some lashes on with this look. But in the meantime, I'm actually going to apply this mascara on the top and bottom lashes. Next, I'm just going to pop my lashes on. I'm using Ardell 120 lashes. And I'm going to be using some Duo Blue. I'm actually using NYX High Voltage Lip and Dirty Talk as my lip liner. I'm just gonna try to ombre this lip in a way. So, using that as my liner. And then I'm actually gonna go in with Maybelline Bold Lipstick and the color Coffee Addict. And I'm actually just gonna fill this in the center of my lip. Does this look right? Yeah, I guess so. I'm actually gonna blot some of the color off, and I'm gonna add this new gloss from Lorac. So let me know what you think about this look. Try to do like a nice soft flowy look. I really think that this is perfect for like an everyday look, or if you just want to do something pretty fun. But this is very glamorous for like New Year's. If you don't want to do too much, but you still want to have a little sparkle or a little glow, I think this is perfect